review of the meeting minutes from June 20th. I need another minute to finish going over it. Didn't get a chance to do it earlier.
There's a typo on 3-6, is that?
Oh, Al in favor?
Al in favor?
Al's in favor of it all, yeah.
That's all I have left.
The only other thing I saw was, I think it was under compliance. 50 Dogwood Road update, and it says closed, does that mean it will be closed or closed, like past tense, it's closed? Oh, I'm sorry, so
okay, yeah.
12E,
Okay.
12E? Is it already?
Oh, it should,
Is it
she would,
closed?
at the time, it was she was gonna close it. So it should be closed,
Yeah.
but I think you have an update on it too,
No.
right?
Okay.
Cross out close.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm telling you, I walk by there twice a day, I walked by there twice today, I smell nothing. On a rare occasion, I smell the chickens that are across the street.
Okay, it's okay, we'll get to it.
I'm like, okay, well, but maybe the
Chickens
smell's
are great.
only in the backyard. I don't know, I walk by the front of the house, so I don't know.
We'll just remove that word.
Okay.
All right, and make a motion that we approve the June 20th minutes with a typing error, in 3, section 6, and 12, section E, remove the word close. The other was just a typo. Do I hear a second?
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Great. Next is, any updates on COVID, flu, Maven? I don't think
There
we
was
have
that
anything.
announcement
Hmm?
that came through the email about, vaccine availability and who and what boards of health would be interested in running clinics.
Right,
Like a vaccine clinic?
yes, so
But-
through MPHN, her first name's Victoria, she was, saying if we're to all the 13 communities that participate, in that, if anyone wants a flu clinic, then we need to coordinate that with her.
And will they set us up with the initial amount of money for the first vaccine?
It goes through them, they'll handle
does.
all of it.
Okay,
We
all
just
right, great.
need to say that we want it, the way I understand it, cause we haven't had a group meeting in 2 months. The last understanding that I had was they will handle everything. And we need to establish date, time, location, how many we think may come, and then they'll arrange everything. That's my understanding.
So do we wanna try and plan something for like early September or October?
I think that's a good idea.
I don't want anything to do with it, so.
Okay.
Lori, are you?
Would we be able to see if we could get any MRC volunteers though to
Oh, yeah, I can
help?
put that out.
I
Okay,
don't know
okay.
if we need any, cause they run the clinic.
Oh, they do,
Yes, they wanna be in charge of everything.
Wow.
So all we're doing is providing a site.
Yes, and saying we're interested, to the best of my knowledge.
Okay,
Well,
well,
the
if they
last time
need,
they ran a clinic like in Westminster, COVID clinic, they called on us.
Yes, I know that. So
Okay,
so
well,
Lori,
yeah,
would you
so-
take a lead
sure,
in,
yeah,
help me remember to forward that email to her again from
Sure.
them?
yeah, I'd be more than willing to work
Okay.
with them and get a date, set something up for our EDS site, for the early fall, I would assume is, I don't know, Judy, what's your feeling on timing for the, like, flu and those type of shots?
Well, it's not really recommended for the flu. I know the seniors rush right to it as soon as
Yep.
September 1 rolls around,
Mm-hmm.
but, you know, it's not really recommended until late October.
Cause they're worried it won't cover them for the full season.
Correct, because the
always did
peak
mine
is
early
in
September,
February.
Cause I was in a school system, so when I was going back to school and gonna be with all those kids and stuff, I got it early.
Right.
I always do, but you're thinking for the seniors, October.
You don't, you know, like I said, the peak is in February, so if you rush right in and get it in September, you know, you're talking almost 6 months
Yeah.
before you hit the peak.
Yeah.
So, I know when I work with Rutland, that they schedule November.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. They may not have anything until November, December at this point.
Okay.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure,
just
so.
send me the information, I can
Yeah.
talk to
And
them
I would
see what
ask
we can
about
set up.
RSV as, you know, flu vaccine,
this
COVID
year,
vaccine,
all
and
three.
RSV at this point, because that's what the recommendation is, to get all three. I don't know if we wanna get all three at once,
Simultaneously,
but
I know, well, they.
but that's what they're
they say,
recommending.
Yeah,
especially if you're over 50.
okay, alright, yeah, well, we should have something for the town this year, we should.
That would be great.
Yep.
I think they wanna handle all of it. That's
Okay.
going
I'll
under
talk
that
to her.
assumption, okay?
I'll talk to her, hey, that would make life easy for
And
me,
I'll look
right,
for
I mean,
my
I can be
emails
there as
and
the
see if
contact
there's any
person, but,
clarification.
I mean, I can help give shots if they need it,
Yeah.
well, if they call on MRC, then I could show up as
Yeah.
the MRC staff.
Go for it, I'll give you credit.
Alright, good. Simple, hopefully, fingers crossed, things will work out.
Okay.
Again, we're gonna maintain our membership, but not the Maven part.
Okay.
Now, if
Oh,
they
so that's-
ask,
so
if
that's
they
600?
ask. Mhm.
So that's 600.
It was.
And we're saving the 1,000.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay.
Title V, we have 24 Mount Jeff. Inspected by Mark Machete. Passes.
Are they selling? I don't know why they had a Title V done. Jefferson.
I didn't see why they were having it done.
Trying to think where. Trying to think exactly which property that is. Doesn't really say. Okay, looks great to me, but we'll go on with that. Well, that's
Second or
going-
third time this house has been sold.
I know, that's what I wanna think.
Yeah, I think it's like
Yes.
at least twice. The address
mean-
keeps popping up on.
Recently?
In the last, since we've been, well, since I've been on the board, I know it's sold at least one other
Once,
time.
yeah, and once before that.
Wow.
Okay.
1986. Wow. It's an old system. I'm surprised it's still good.
Well, that one was done right. So we have under, water water items, we have a report for Silverleaf Hollow condominiums on South Cove Road, Hubbardston. And I'll just pass that around to look at. They asked that we post it.
So how do we post that? Where do we post that?
That is a good question.
post it as you have done in past years.
I'm like,
Who knows?
Where would we
where's
that
the
happened?
post it? We used to have a board outside the office door on that wall. There was
Where the
always-
map is,
Yeah, we used or across from it.
well, the files are there.
Oh, yeah.
Is there a way to post it online?
Yeah, you still have a board over there, don't you? That glass with opens, no?
This has a section here, public notice certification, but then it's checked no. Oh, is this system using CCR to provide tier 3 public notice to their customers? No.
Okay, so this is what I think we should do. If you have that in an email form, did he send it to you as an email?
Yes.
Okay, so.
I mean, I think it's an attachment.
Sure. I would think that the smart thing to do is to post on our website that if you are interested in knowing more about the 22 annual water quality report for Silverleaf Hollow condos, just request, send an email to inspect, and you'll give them the link. Something very simple like that without having to post the whole thing on the website.
Right.
Cause it's an individual's, it's
I'll
an
have to look
individual.
how
So-
it came in.
So this thing says posted to CCR in public places, i.e. post office, town hall, library, and says list of locations attached. And they wrote in town hall / board of health. Do we have like
So
a place
we don't
at the?
We've never really done that
Over at the
in
town hall?
past, yeah.
Right.
Then it says it's delivered to new residents when they move in, and notice of availability in condo newsletter.
So that would be the condo newsletter.
That's to
That would be
everyone in
them.
them.
Yeah.
So internally, they take care of it.
Right.
So that
I
there's no
think
place over in the offices over there that you can.
We used to have a small poster board thing where you could put stuff up. We don't have one.
Not that I know
We haven't had one since COVID started.
Oh.
That's when it kind of disappeared.
You know what, I think there is a poster, in the hallway when you first come in.
Yeah,
There is a board there, I think.
with the glass
I've never
over it.
looked
Yeah,
at
with
it.
the
Yeah,
glass,
with the glass, you could put it right there,
yeah.
So just
behind
post
the
it
glass
there.
doors.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Post it
alright.
there.
And then if
Okay.
And you
anybody.
could put something on, we could, I don't know that we have to actually put anything on the website. Let's just post it in the glass
It just
enclosed
says,
cabinet.
okay.
All in
Town hall,
favor?
Board of
All in
Ah,
favor.
Done.
Yes, I think that's
All right.
sufficient, cause there's gonna be such a horde of people looking for it.
Yeah.
So.
Banging down that door.
We might get a run on the
Backtracking
town hall.
to the, report on 24 Mount Jefferson Road, all in favor of approving the document
Oh.
as reviewed?
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, aye.
Here we go,
Whatever.
thank you.
Where is this? South Cove Road?
Oh, you
There's
know where we had
another
our
official
inches?
document done.
Right across the street.
Oh, okay.
Right next to
All
the
those little
cemetery.
apartment kind of things back there.
Yeah,
those
they're
little
all,
condos.
townhouses,
Has door,
with little
display
garages.
cabinet.
Oh, yeah. And they're kind of like access to the water there, that little pond.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
we
did
have
that?
Yeah.
CCR.
Those are all the same.
Oh. So next we have water reports. Do they show anything for our,
They don't show anything.
For Comet Pond?
No.
really?
Well, I mean, they have, there's papers in there, but I
They're
didn't
not
see
on the
that
list.
anything. But that's a good thing.
Oh, right.
Oh, those are the places,
Yeah,
right?
these
So,
are the
but
bad
they're in
guys
there.
on the list.
Yes, you don't wanna be on the list.
So if you're not on the list, you
You're
just assume
good.
you're good? Okay.
Well,
All right.
some of them have reports, I think.
Yeah, because they were on the list as bad guy before, so they had to be
So, right.
repeated.
Oh, they had to be
Gotcha.
retested, okay.
I
Cause I
remember that from last month.
We ran into one of those
August, good.
DCR
43
guys one time
getting
at
up there,
Comet,
just
and
a
he was
tiny
sitting there,
bit. Or
and,
just
no,
sitting
he
out?
was just sitting
Okay.
there, and
So
we got
that was
talking,
on
and
the
he
20th.
was
What
saying
are
something
we?
about they test Comet all the time.
All the time.
Yeah,
There
but
at
we
the
never
beach?
see the reports.
That's in here, it's in here,
Is it?
yes.
Oh,
They're
That's
clean.
Alright,
On this page,
nice.
here's one.
It's like the
Nice.
third one down. Some of them didn't, if they didn't send it, they only
Okay.
sent
Yeah, that's
the,
common.
you know, whatever.
One
Have to
temperature
look
was
at it.
68.
I'm looking to see if it's on this.
warm.
3.04.
I like it warm, a little warm.
Oh yeah, I would like it like 80-ish, but.
96
Okay,
degrees.
here's one from
Yeah,
another
so much.
date, the end of June, they are sending them repeatedly, which is wonderful.
So they're not, it's not on here. Oh, it is.
Yeah, I circled it.
Negative.
So the
Yeah.
See,
Way
sometimes
down.
they
Yeah.
just send like
Enter
the last
room,
page or
enter room
something.
Hawkeye, we
Swimmers
had
must love that.
43.
Yeah.
It might
Because,
just be retesting of the ones that
Yeah.
are listed
Oh yeah, I
here.
always
It's
see
a-
people swimming
Because
with
it's
Yeah,
all
it's a
weekly.
good, yeah, it's a good
Oh,
one.
okay, yeah, we're getting multiple a week.
I have a friend
Wow,
who goes over there
these two
trying
are
as many
wonderful.
times as I can.
July
Even though-
fifth,
even
sixth,
when
right
it's
around the
rain,
fourth, where the numbers are
cold,
very
it's
low.
like, You're
I
nuts,
circled.
Jane,
There
you're
anyway.
nuts.
Yeah, so they're retesting the ones I think that are
Okay,
on the
okay.
list.
Because this first one you handed me was at
78
43
Yes, which,
in
okay,
a
so
Scomet,
there's all
but
those.
that's still not
We can
the
have those
worst.
back.
Some of these are 200, 340,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
some of
We're
these are
all
pretty
still
bad.
very low.
Yeah.
And some of the forms I didn't pass around are just retests on the ones that are on the list.
Oh, alright, sounds good. As long as we're good.
Yeah, we are very
We
good.
only have to worry about Hubbardston.
Alright,
Goodness.
add that to that one.
The fish are usually in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And the latest one from July fifth, sixth was really low again.
Oh,
This
good.
is excellent.
Do they test Brigham too, now that it's part of the watershed, whatever, do we know?
I
Brigham Pond,
I
Yeah.
don't think you're allowed to swim in it, are you?
it's not a swimming
Oh,
place.
you're not, no, so they don't bother.
it's not on the list, I don't believe.
Okay, only the ones you can swim in.
Right. Okay, we got
That's
a
for Cushman.
Cushman Pond report.
Oh, is that the gentleman that came and talked to us about, he was doing all the testing himself, okay,
Jim Ellis.
and it's been good,
Lesson one.
alright?
Here we go
How
on that one.
How
Yeah.
often does he test?
Every other week or something?
Felt like it was a lot.
We gave them a waiver to cut it down.
And
Oh.
this one was
Remember?
20.
Right, it's
Um,
every other week, I
Every
think.
other instead of every week, we let
Right.
them do
And
every
this
other.
is a whopping 24. What's the date on that one?
6/23.
And this one's 7/6, and it was, E. coli
So that's 2
was
weeks.
24.
Yeah, which
It's
is
still
fine.
nice and low.
Yep. Still fine.
Or
Okay.
22, sorry, that was the one that was analyzed.
That's fine. Okay,
Yeah.
so that Cushman Pond is looking good also as of,
Yep.
July 6th.
Looks good.
And we have 82
that's-
Old Princeton Road.
That's just the water test.
Okay. So I'm occasionally getting phone calls about, well, who do I contact? Do we have anything yet on the website? No, we don't.
No,
I need to write down some of these, just so I can give people 3,
Names.
4, 5 names of
Right.
places to go for testing for water.
Oh.
Because I get calls at my house, you know, 'cause they know me. It's people who know me, it's okay, you know, and then I'm
but we
like,
should have it on the website.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do think do you not agree that any of these that we are aware of, and we can just say, these are water companies that are licensed in Massachusetts that we are aware
Yeah.
of, that have performed
Yeah.
water tests for
Right.
people in
Yeah,
Hubbardston.
you could
Mhm.
say something like,
Yeah.
it's
Something,
not
it's-
a complete list
No,
or
it's
something like
not a
that, you just
complete
say something like
list.
that.
And we don't recommend one over the other.
It's not a
Correct.
recommendation, but
Right.
here are some companies.
Here are some names.
Here are
Google
some
it.
names, addresses,
Google
phone
it.
numbers, yes. that you can reach out to. 'cause
Good luck.
I'm like, well, it's ETR and it's
No, in
Neshoba
this day and
Analytical
age.
and it's so-and-so, but, I can't give you contact information. Absent, okay. Did he close on this property?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, did you sign off on that
I was
one?
gonna say, your name's not listed on the Board of Health on the town website anymore.
My name's not listed?
It's not.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
it's got,
fine.
cause I took Colleen off. Liz is on there. Kathy and
Oh, I thought
I.
I saw it,
But
Judy, I was just in there today,
I
no?
was just on there today too.
So maybe,
Cause I was looking up tonight's agenda just to look real quick
Yeah.
and I didn't
I'm
see
past
it.
this way
I don't know,
around.
recheck, maybe I'm on
Yeah.
it or
Test
something, but
for,
I didn't, there was
a new
two
construction
blank,
site and it did
two
pass.
blanks, and they said 2026, like was the,
okay.
I went, okay.
You are on the board, Judy.
I can say,
I'm like, oh, maybe they just
yeah, I
didn't
did swear
update
in, you know, I did raise my little hand and say, yeah.
Alright, so that one is new construction, and the test came in showing absent.
Absent?
Yep,
Okay. Oh,
and everything else in the folder is in order. Yay.
yay.
If anyone wants to look at it. Alright, done, reviewed.
Water
Okay,
test.
wastewater, none. A permit.
Where is this company?
Food establishment permit.
Zavudera?
60 Brigham Street. So it's a home, okay. A president and a partner, okay.
What are they selling?
This is the gentleman, the people that are gonna do the spices, the dry spices.
Oh, dry spice.
And where's he selling, out of his home?
Out of his home.
Okay.
His little stand too.
All the
inside.
fees and everything are here. So you guys can look at that one, and then we have Sugar High Baked Goods, 38 Cruise Road.
Oh, we finally got it.
Oh, it came in. Good. I never got over
She did the
there.
water, they did the water test, but they haven't gotten the results back yet.
Oh, and you still have to go check the kitchen out?
I will now
Do an
that
inspection?
they've asked for the permit. I do.
Are they still selling stuff currently? No, I haven't seen any more
And you,
advertisements.
that amount was correct, right?
On
Because
Facebook a few weeks
It's a
ago. I did
residential
take a
kitchen.
weekend
You
off
just
for
wanted the
graduation
residential
and-
Well, that's what he said he was
Yeah,
going
but
to
then
do.
he's advertising again right
Oh,
before
was
Fourth
he?
of July, yes, he was.
This one is going for full business,
Okay.
I think probably because they're gonna probably sell a lot of it online.
Mm-hmm, I think
And
so.
therefore, he's going for a more advanced than just residential kitchen. Cause residential kitchen means only direct sales, okay? You can't make your product and then have a store resell it under a residential kitchen. So since he's going for a different type of setup, I will have to see a 3 part sink and all the stuff that you see for that sort of thing, depending on
says-
what he's doing.
Sale of commercially prepackaged non-PHS in preparation.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So because he's gonna want to resell, then he's going for a different
Like a
than a
commercial
residential
kitchen
Yes, so I
license.
need to check a few more things when I go,
Okay.
and it'll be delineated in the report. On the 3rd page of the kitchen, of the
That's good
inspection.
for him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
good for
that'll
him.
be fine. Whereas this, Sugar High Baked Goods is, a residential kitchen, he has. Okay, this is type trunk,
Oh, okay, I'll change that.
okay. So we'll approve it and I'll sign it in a day or so.
So there's no,
The reason I did that is because you was on that form.
He's advertising on June 24th.
It was
for
on
taking orders
this
for
food
the 4th of
establishment
July.
permit application
Yeah,
form.
it was just-
So that's
It's
why
fine,
I did it
that's
that
not
way.
like
It's, no, it's fine, but what he's paying for is a residential,
June
Okay.
24th.
that's what goes on here.
Okay.
Okay, so we have
Advertised on
just the
business
two,
page, too.
correct?
Then.
June 22nd.
This is just,
Yeah, that's
install.
something. So for food
That's
permits,
both.
we have, Sugar High Baked Goods, oh, I should pass it around. And we also have, the other one, where is that one? I have, Sabu Bira LLC on Brigham Street. I'd like to make a motion that we approve their permits. Do I hear a second?
So they don't have to be inspected before we approve? No, okay, I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Alright.
Safe serve is good.
They've got their safe serve, their
Alright.
origins,
So we just need to sign this.
That one we can't sign because it was
I have to
typed
put
in
it on a
incorrectly.
different form.
Okay. So we'll have to sign.
And this one should
2
be
weeks.
all signatures. Just like that.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't print out that way.
Nope.
And you can all sign this. Just put a comma and sign your name on that one.
Yeah, he's been taking orders right all along.
All right.
Oh, well. What you gonna do?
We're being nice.
Yep.
Well, it's good that we're seeing this now, I guess.
Bear Rose, okay. I love this for printing. Can hardly read it. He's out of Worcester, he's licensed Millbury, and he's got his permits. This is great. He included everything. So here's a septic installer permit to be voted on, for Barrows Septic, and he included all his documentation, which is great, of where he's got his certification from and his license, the original town he's licensed in. It's very nice. So, all the so we got, and you're adding these to the list here, right, for
Mhm.
permits?
See, I did it in red. I fixed this today, cause those were
Sugar.
added. High baking goods, baked goods.
I'm so tired.
Are we supposed to sign this one?
Yep.
And-
No, well, oh,
Yes,
yes,
we do
yes,
some.
that one.
We approve, right?
But we didn't sign the sugar high one, cause it wasn't the right.
It was typed in
Okay.
incorrectly.
Okay.
And we still need the water test, correct?
Yes.
Before you can
Oh, I will,
approve it, or I don't know
no,
if you
no,
do the.
the water tests need to come in. We'll sign off on it. I've gotta forward mine to the office. I can't print it off. My kitchen license, I did my water test and I still haven't forwarded it to the office.
Whoa.
I know.
We're being nice. We're just that kind of town.
All right. We are. That's why I can't ask anyone else. I haven't asked myself. Jeez. That reminds me.
Lots of leeway.
Okay. So then we have reports
Those
from
are just these three we've already shown, but those three here got three more that Phil approved. sheds
Okay.
and pools, he looked at the site.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
so she's keeping a list of items that are small things like a pool or a shed or a deck, and you know, that, and when Phil looks at the layout based on where everything else is, he is charging a small fee to do that, cause it's not a major plan or anything, and so.
That's not
So
Board of
there are,
Health though, right? That's,
Yes, because it's, it's Phil looking at the septic, where the septic is.
In
here
relation
to where
to-
they're gonna put a shed or a pool.
yes.
Make sure that it's not on,
Yeah.
you know, it's so many feet from it.
Right, so it's not a full septic plan or anything, but he is doing a site review, basically.
okay.
And that when you go in OpenGov, and there's a place to fill out for a building permit for these kinds of items, it is something that the Board of Health is supposed to check off on under the state guidelines, and we are doing all of that, and we're doing everything by the rules, and Phil is cooperating wonderfully. And, he charges anywhere from $25 to $50. We have a $50 application fee, so that whichever way it has to go, it's covered.
So there's like minimums, it has to be from the septic, is it also have to be so many feet from the well too, or is
Oh,
that not?
no, they just don't want you planting your deck in the middle of the over the septic tank, that's.
Or the well, or either one of those.
Yeah,
Okay, but so as long as it's not on top of either one, they
Right.
don't really
yeah,
care?
when we put our deck on many years ago, and even when we switched it over to a sunroom, you know, they came out, wandered the backyard and said like, where's the septic tank? We think it's over there.
Go look up the plans.
The plan is like an 8x11 piece of paper, so, anyway, yeah,
Yeah.
that's,
So
it
it's
was
just-
it was a simple thing, just to make sure you're not planting your shed on top of the tank.
Yes, we had a house in Concord, Mass. Before we moved here, and the deck literally went to within 3 feet of where the well was, the patio deck area.
And,
It was okay, cause you could still access and repair the well if need be, which we
Yeah.
had to do at one point, so it was a darn good thing they had the right review done.
okay,
So-
alright, I had no idea that had anything to do with us, we learn something new every day.
So
Okay.
this is the form that we had looked at,
Yes.
and this is what Mark sent. He emailed this, and this is a form. Whoops, next
Yeah,
page.
next page.
So you did get that.
I got it, but I didn't get to see this.
And online, that you can fill it in online.
Right.
It's a fillable report.
Is planning board gonna use this form?
I'm not sure if they are.
I would think that would be a good idea, rather than being redundant,
Yeah.
Could have one form.
yeah.
Yeah.
So he
Um,
says here, I put a generic Hubbard's logo on the form, so it could potentially be used by multiple boards, departments receiving complaints.
Right, cause sometimes the complaint will come in to Nate directly, not to us. So, here's what I think. After you guys read that, these are the one, that's the one I suggested, and that's the one he wants to have on the website. I like what he did for what's for the website, however, under our general complaint form, and I don't have one with me, I still think we have to follow up on a piece of paper, such and such complaint received. The
You could
action.
fill that out and print it out.
But it doesn't tell what action's gonna take place by by the board. That's my point.
I,
Whereas,
I see, this is great as a board resolution.
Yeah.
I think we should use both. This is great as a.
for the
resident.
resident, yes, it's exactly what I mean.
Mhm.
So then we'd have to like just attach them and keep them together, right?
Right, so
Use
once,
both.
if we
So this
receive
is
a complaint,
internal,
then this
That would
would
be
be
internal,
Okay.
Yeah.
and we could shorten it to one page.
That is one page.
It is
The
one.
other one was just the
Oh.
first one we did.
Okay.
Too bad you couldn't, are they filling it out online?
They could.
That is
That-
fillable online.
So, it's too
Fillable
bad when
online.
if it got like printed out for us or whatever, that just wasn't on the back. Save paper and just have them all both on
Oh
one sheet.
gee, now you're asking for the world.
No,
Yeah.
that's too, well, you just print it out two-sided, right?
Mhm.
Maybe,
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah, she can print it out two-sided.
but at least that way it keeps it together, they don't get separated, it's,
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yes, I think what, so the top one you're looking at, Lori, is the one I revised, the current one revised, that should be more internal information. That's where if we go out, we can also document what day and what we see and smell and whatever, what the conditions are, as well as for the follow-up, because we still have to investigate every complaint that comes in.
I think a general complaint form would be
Adequate, and which we
helpful
already
to-
have.
Yeah, that's online too.
Do we
No.
have our general complaint form online?
So, just think that would be.
I don't have one with me.
Because I'm thinking like of complaints that we've had, none of these are about odor,
Correct.
you know?
Yeah, and some of those real hot muggy days, the chicken coops really reek.
Ooh, yeah.
We are sending a letter to them.
Oh, I saw that actually here at F, so there's one that's about odor.
Okay, so I make a motion that we adopt this form to be, posted on the website so that it is able to be filled out online and then sent to us. Sent to the Board of Health. And then
So who would get it off of the site, Nancy?
And then
she
Nancy
could print it with the other form on the back, and then
Mhm.
it
And then
could
it
come to us
comes
to discuss and take
comes
care
to
of.
me. I get
Aren't we
complaints
supposed
right
to-
away.
Aren't we supposed to share that complaint with the planning board?
If they are cannabis,
Oh, if it's cannabis, it needs to go to them too, okay.
correct.
Okay.
If it's a cannabis odor complaint, it goes to them as well. Right, and we will do that under our last meeting's discussion. We're gonna keep an open door of communications with them and the two cannabis operations. Do I hear a second on this? Did I hear a second on this one?
A
All in
second.
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And then the one-page, odor complaint form, maybe we can just say, internal or something on it here.
Okay.
Just add internal.
Yeah,
And then, is that one acceptable to everyone as well?
yes.
All in favor? Yes. Unanimous. Okay.
I'm sure we'll notice something once we start using it, you know?
Correct.
But there's a lot more to it than what the original one.
Oh, the
has.
original one has, it's very generic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very generic.
For all types of complaints that may come in. Great. There's nothing new to report on the cannabis issue, I don't think, at this point.
So this is application.
Yes, so person heard about that we were gonna hire a part-time broadcast.
Oh, really?
Yep, and,
Somebody listened to us?
Mhm. Yep, and so that's how this has come in, and she's sent in her, information. I'll let you guys look over it
Yeah.
more than me.
I've already read it, I was able to open it on my phone.
It's just correspondence from town clerk, this, but the two are the same because one came, this is the same,
Oh, she works in an office.
because they're saying
Okay.
because of this septic fund and the recycling fund. So that's why it goes up. These two are the same.
Right.
This is just, you know,
Motion passes unanimously. Okay, these need to be kept
Do you know
in
when
our
she graduated,
file.
that you put
Okay.
that on it?
These are important,
Mhm.
because it's just like the whole hospital.
Okay,
where we
that
don't
explains
have all
that.
the documentation.
Mhm, mhm.
These are critical
Nurses
for us to
Day.
keep in some kind of
Worcester
permanent file.
State, she
Mhm.
graduated
Okay.
with her
Ah.
bachelor's in 2016.
Yes.
They can go in the vault with the 2023 stuff
She got her
Oh, okay,
associate's.
so she got associates, then she went on to the bachelor's.
where these need to go.
Okay.
She's a certified lactation consultant.
Well, we'll be,
Or I thought we had said something about newborn stuff.
Yeah,
Possibly,
being
yeah.
that's nice.
Being a,
A favorable trait,
yeah.
So, I think we should ask her to come in, make a visit at our next meeting. Is that fair?
Yes.
She's, looks like a potentially good candidate, right?
Mhm.
I also think that it would be smart for us to post it on the website that it's open as well. I never did it, sorry. So, post the job
I
opening.
thought at one point it was.
It was, but it's,
It was,
I don't
no,
think
we-
it is anymore.
No. Does it have to be?
We don't know where she, oh, she does live in Hubbardston,
Yeah.
Old Princeton Road.
Is,
Danielle de Benedetto.
are you ever
Benedetto.
Her husband
My husband has some relatives that
Would
have
you
been
ask-
Her husband does the AV.
about
He's the guy.
Oh, so that's how it's
Yeah.
she,
the
okay.
job opening on the
Yeah,
website?
I don't think she
So-
watched
That
it,
makes
but
sense.
maybe.
Nobody watches
Do
it,
we have
except for
to
me when I
have
miss a meeting
more
and I
than
get
one
on and I
candidate?
watch the whole
The
thing.
last time I had to watch one for
Comes
some
in,
reason,
like,
there were,
and you're like,
there were
oh,
30
I don't
views.
think so, because it's a-
Seriously? Oh, I have it up on my phone, I don't need to, yeah, so, anyway, I don't know.
Well, you
He
said
can
4
call me
hours a week.
directly
is-
with his
okay
answer,
with just
or
4
leave
hours.
me an email to you.
I mean, there isn't much
with the
going on.
answer.
I'm not even sure.
So-
Maybe that's the easiest.
How does that work
Maybe
out?
he
We're
can
saving
you can
$1,000
email
by
him
not hooking up
and
with MPHN,
him and me,
right?
and then
Right.
say reply all,
But
so
if
that
we
Kathy
pay her-
sees that
Yep.
you're.
It's gonna
Okay.
cost
$45
You know, what,
Okay.
what
an hour
he thinks we
for
should
4
do.
hours a
Okay.
week for
You wanna
52
keep
weeks
him on
a
the
year,
loop?
it's
Mhm.
two,
Don't wanna-
For town
2,340.
nurse, it's pretty high, but
Right.
anyway.
Okay.
Well, it's more like
45.
2,300, so where are we coming up the extra
Are
1,300
we
to pay her?
just saying though that maybe it will be 4 hours and it's probably gonna be an hour? You know what I mean? Like, are we just like,
Oh, I don't
It
know.
might be, yeah, 'cause, I mean, Maven isn't gonna, if it stays calm like it is right now,
Yeah,
Maven's not gonna be more than an hour at the very most.
Yeah.
And that's 2 or 3, 4, of course, no.
so it's
2 to 4
up
patients.
to
Also
4
an aid
hours a
and
week, is that what
Yeah.
we're figuring?
But up to 16 a month.
Oh, yeah.
So she could actually
once a month.
do nothing one
With
week
a-
and
and then
16
work on a
more
project
slash
the next
update
week.
slash
Like put together children's presentations.
Okay, yep.
That would
Okay.
take up
Okay.
her 4
I guess
hours.
my question is
That
though,
doesn't-
where does the
that-
extra
so
money come from?
That's separate.
That's a,
Cause
Yeah.
it's
that's
over
operation.
over
We still
$1,000
hold it
stipend.
fun.
But they need to come to the meetings.
Yeah.
Once a month.
If we
for
can
a short
wrestle it
amount
out of Nate's grubby little paws, we have to hold it fun.
Judy. We're being nice, remember?
Oh, I
We're being
found
nice.
additional information. And I've turned it all over. And then I also found additional information on our septic program, which is supposed to be 100,000. Basically.
That I don't have.
What do you
I
mean?
don't think.
What do you mean?
when we opened up that program, that septic program.
Yeah.
It was $100,000 grant.
I think it's.
I knew it was
probably
$100,000
I think it's
grant,
probably
and I ran
$100,000
across
in there.
Yeah, I think it's all there.
I think it's there.
For
Oh.
the septic loan program?
Yes.
Yeah, we're keeping track of that. There's one person on it.
I know,
Yeah.
but the grant was 100,000. When we went to the town meeting, it was not listed as 100,000. It was listed
I
about
did not
half
see
of
that.
that.
I think on the reports that I
Check it
got,
out.
it was on, I think
Okay.
I'll look,
All right,
I'll look.
check,
Check it out.
septic
Yeah, cause you never know.
loan program funding.
Things just walk away.
We need to,
Septic
and we
amount.
need to push again
Fund
for that
amount.
health, holding health fund to be, come back to us as well.
Yeah, cause it sounds like
I've
we're
turned
gonna-
everything I have
we're gonna
over,
need it.
so
Yeah.
it's somewhere in that,
It's sitting on my desk in
okay,
a folder.
so somewhere in this big pile here.
A small pile,
Yeah.
ever full.
Yeah, cause I mean, if we're gonna pay somebody up to 4 hours a week,
Yeah.
that's $2,300, we have 1,000. Right, so
You know,
we're gonna make up the difference.
and $2,500 a year for a town nurse who's gonna pick up that one occasional case, or do a children's program, or
Yeah.
follow the Maven, is like, that's a bargain.
Yeah,
It is. So,
So we
we've been
need to
having.
snatch the money back from Nate.
Yeah, we have two discussions going on. I
Oh.
was discussing with Nancy, how we need to make sure that, we include that they report monthly for every month, for a brief, at a Board of Health meeting briefly of everything that's been going on,
Yep.
in person.
Yep.
And then second, she's gonna, send out an email to Nate and myself asking about, publicizing this further than through our,
I'm in favor of
Recording.
hiring her.
so,
She's got a nice resume, let's go
yes,
for it.
so I
think
would like
it
to make
has to be
so I
posted.
think also we should, not lose this, but reach out to her to invite her to the next meeting. Even though we're gonna
Have it here.
yeah, okay, so we're covering all bases, we're keeping our town administrator involved.
Happy.
Well, he needs to be involved, it's the right thing, and we're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
So, it should match together pretty good. Fingers crossed. Okay, next we have, 3 notices, of the votes that were taken at the town meeting. And this is a certified copy of the vote of, the terms, and that they will continue to be elected, because they wanted to make everything appointed and were to be elected. Judy and I both spoke at the town meeting, and it was unanimously approved to continue voting in these various articles. This is the certified reports. Where should we keep these, Judy? Because they're important votes.
Under a glass.
We have one of those.
I was
It's gonna be
thinking
full
there's,
though, that
there-
water permit.
maybe a Board of
Water
Health,
Lockbox.
a Board of Health file that goes
Waterproof
into
safe.
the vault
Yeah.
for
Cases of
2023.
I can even donate you a brand new lockbox.
was going.
Fireproof.
Flood.
Okay,
Oh, I saw the pictures of the
that
road
might be
and
the
I'm
thing
like,
to do,
that's right in front
and
of
keep
like
it in the vault,
town- the
Yep.
and write
library,
on
the
it
town
Board of
office,
Health
something.
information, as
Okay, so
permanent
I'll-
documents or something.
I'll bring it down.
How's that
Okay,
sound?
That sounds great.
Does that, okay, so this is an important document, since we've had some issues with where are the important documents? So she's
Yeah.
gonna donate a lockbox, and these 3 documents, plus any other really significant ones that may come up, as a permanent record, will be put in the lockbox that says Board of Health on it, and it will be kept in the vault. And then we will have it.
And that'll be one less thing I have to dust.
Okay, Sounds great.
And anything else we find on the Holden Tower?
Right.
Yes, any
Like
other
that kind of stuff,
significant-
put it
yes.
right in there, like,
Yes, it's
Yeah.
just like
Okay.
anybody having a lockbox,
Mhm.
fireproof box in their home,
Finance.
this will be ours,
waterproof.
yeah.
Finance and parks look a little
Finance.
skeleton crew.
So,
I had several people come up to me, over the next week after
After
the
the-
town meeting,
uh-huh,
and they would bump into me, either wandering around the store,
you say,
and
yeah,
say, thank you for getting up and, arguing against,
making it an
Make it
appointment
appointed,
only
yeah.
and keeping it as an elected position, not changing. So it's currently in
So
a,
glad you did that, so glad you did that, yeah.
so, all right, there's the third one that goes with that.
So, were we done talking about the nurse thing?
Yeah, we're gonna invite her to the next meeting.
Okay.
And we're also notifying Nate and asking him a question about how much posting we have to do on the
Okay.
website.
And we're just not gonna worry about the rest of the money right now.
Correct. We have the money in the revolving account. We could take it directly out of our revolving account.
Okay.
It's
Good.
over,
Good to me.
it was over, I have not looked at the current statement. I don't have time to do that, sorry. I'm farming
Yeah.
16 hours a day. 6 days a week. I do take off enough time to say that I'm off a total of 1 day a week.
That's good.
So anyhow, we have funds that have not spent or dedicated to anything else at this point in our revolving account. So we have the money to cover it for, no questions. It's well over $12,000. I don't know what it is right now.
Okay, great.
So there is not an issue with covering whatever that might be for a full year.
Great.
And that 1,000 is part of that money that comes out of the revolving account that will go towards it. All right, where are we now?
Unexpected subjects.
All right, do you have any unexpected subjects?
Nope.
I do. I just realized this is our first meeting after the town meeting, right?
Mm-hmm.
We are technically supposed to have started
I know, well,
by voting in a new chairman and vice chairman before we did anything tonight. I thought about it halfway through. So, under
so
unexpected.
just put it in the notes at the beginning.
No. We're at 8 p.m. Going to make it official as to who would want to be vice chair, in other words, and who would want to be chair.
I nominate Kathy and Judy. They know all. They are very wise.
No, I think that somebody else should do it.
I'm willing to.
Cause this is
I'm-
what, your last term?
Mhm.
This will be my last term, so we need to start getting other people involved and trained.
I'm willing to chair if someone wants to tag along as a vice chair to start learning a little bit. Lori, would you be willing to vice chair? You are already involved more than you have.
Am I?
Yes.
Am I really?
Yes, you are. You don't have to
I
do.
cannot see
so-
that I would ever have the time to do the things that you do.
But I
just
do
cannot
more than
believe
what's
it.
required
Yeah.
for a chair. I do inspections for the town for free. I do all the complaint reports for the town for free. We can contract a lot of this stuff out. It's,
Yeah, if we ever get our money fixed, then.
it's just something that we'll slowly work towards, that we have that ability.
I don't know. I just feel like I don't know enough to.
I didn't either at the beginning. Sometimes you have to do things by the seat of your pants with the general
do.
rules.
You do, yeah.
But you
have
do
the
know-
wisdom. You
But
do have
you-
the wisdom.
And where this is their last, if this is their last term, somebody has
Liz wants
to
it.
learn.
I just honestly don't have the time.
That's what I'm feeling like.
So, it can be a simple job of running meetings. Coming in and signing paperwork once a week. A lot of the things have been carried for the next we've both done a lot, you've done so much of the updates of the regulations and the EDS and all that.
Yeah.
We're set on that now for a few years. We really don't need to change any of that for 5 years. All you do is make addendums to the current things. Right now, I'm asking if you'll be vice chair so that if I get really sick, you can run a meeting. You need, a vice chair runs the meeting. You do what I do. You sit here and you go over the agenda. It's not hard,
Okay.
yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for being there if I get really sick in wintertime or something and
Don't get sick, Kelly. Don't get sick.
I'm trying
I'm
not
gonna be
to.
sending her vitamin D, vitamin C, coming over, take this.
Well, I do have some questions in
Chicken
regards
soup.
to a
Just in
chronic
case.
illness I have that I want to consult all of you with after the meeting, cause you're all nurses. I do
Not
want
me.
some.
I'm not a nurse.
I wanted to ask the two of you about a couple issues that I'm having that I want advice on after the meeting, because I don't have all the answers. So-
Okay.
For what it's worth, I have total confidence.
Do ya?
Yeah,
Do ya?
absolutely.
So how long is this vice chair thing go
One.
for?
1 year.
It's a year.
Here, you run the meeting if I'm not here. That's the bottom line.
And you get to sign on the vice chair
And then we
line.
renew you.
But if she's not here and we haven't put another person on the board yet, we wouldn't have a quorum, right?
1, 2, 3, yes
Oh,
you
you
do.
only need 3. Okay.
And I'm working on another volunteer to come in.
Maybe they wanna be vice chair.
Yeah.
They sound great.
They sound awesome.
But she is very interested. I
Okay.
messed up by not sending the email soon enough. I sent it today. We have a meeting tonight. You're invited to come if you like, but the next one is on July 25th. You're welcome to come to that one.
Okay.
Just not keeping up on some of these, cause there is some slack and we can do a little bit. So, okay, all in favor of, I will continue as chairman and you will be vice chair in order to be able to sign documents and run meetings as necessary for 1 year.
Sure.
All in favor?
Aye.
Alright, done.
And I'll just continue to do the behind the scenes updates.
Thank you, because those turn out wonderful.
You may be called upon for your wisdom, though. If she's not here, you're gonna get the questions.
Lori's gonna lose sleep.
Yeah.
I am.
Okay, here we go. Now we're up to date.
Okay.
I did have a question.
Oh, sure, go right ahead.
Today I was talking to somebody, one of the woman that was helping file.
Okay.
From the senior center, and she asked what Maven was, and I, just gave her a brief description, but before I started working in this department, I didn't know what was offered to the town people. Is this something,
Out of Maven?
yeah,
No.
or through with the nursing, that you're gonna hire?
Not to the townspeople. It's, Maven is
So
is
Maven
just
is-
basically a
It's a state-
database.
It's a state system that's used to track communicable diseases.
Okay, but so the nurse that you're gonna hire, and she's gonna,
She'd have
I'll train
access
her.
to it.
Cause although they have a training program online, you really need to work with somebody side by side. When when Peggy took over Rutland, I spent at least 8 hours
It's,
with her.
it's very confusing.
Yeah, 'cause
I
it-
used it during
So-
COVID. It's
so
not,
that-
it's
that
not
nurse-
user friendly.
No,
Say
it's
someone
not.
has TB, right?
Right,
Is that one of the
it'll
ones,
show up
right?
in
Yes.
that report.
Yes.
It shows up in the report from the state
yeah,
that the resident has TB.
mm-hmm,
Whoever is Maven Nurse, which right now is currently covered by
Judy.
you,
Yeah.
Judy, she'll get that, the report comes in to her. she contacts that person, and there's a general information that you follow up on to
Yeah.
make sure
Mm-hmm.
what symptoms are current, what treatment's been had, and so on and so forth.
Okay.
And for having, so that's the primary goal of having our own nurse. Now, we've talked about all these other wonderful things we might be able to do with a part-time nurse. And they could be a blood pressure clinic every other month for seniors. It could be, home visits for follow-up on
Right.
of new mothers.
Newborns.
But that's to be, for us to develop. And-
Oh, okay, I thought it was already when you had a nurse previously that,
Long time ago.
okay.
We're talking
Because-
decades ago.
Okay, cause I
You're
was
talking
wondering
back
why
in
it was
the-
not
in the
like in the
90s.
newsletter, you know, the
No,
senior
no.
newsletter.
No, of
No, we're
course
talking
not.
about the
No.
nineties, the
No.
last time we had a.
Oh, okay,
It's,
okay.
it's been a long time, but this is what a lot of other towns can do
Mm-hmm.
with their town nurse.
Public health nurses sort of went out of phase for a while because
Yeah.
the
But with
state
COVID.
wasn't really supporting having public health nurses in towns.
And the-
But
and the
now
fed-
it's coming back.
Right.
Mhm.
And
Everything
so we can
from
be
the
one step ahead of the game.
federal government down is encouraging more public health to be developed.
Prevention. Public health is all about prevention.
Mm-hmm.
That's where all of medical care should be, is in
Mhm.
prevention first, not treating it once it's there.
That's
So,
why,
you
that's
know,
why
so
you
that's
need
our
to get out there
goal.
and do education,
Yes,
education,
that's our
education.
goal.
Mhm.
Vaccine clinics, prevent.
Yeah.
You know, she could be doing some educating that's gonna prevent.
Right, perhaps
It's
using
right,
something
yes.
during the library hours that are open, she sets up an education on this.
Yeah,
Or whatever.
but she could even go to the
Which-
Hubbardson Center School and do a
Yeah.
class, you know, with kindergartners on how, you know, how to blow your nose and cover a cough and
Or whack
wash
the
your
flu.
hands.
yes, whack the flu, any of that stuff.
Yeah,
I
whack
mean,
the
she,
flu.
I mean, Raya does not have time to get to any of that. She
Right.
is straight out busy.
There's a lot of need for all kinds of education
Yes,
stuff that
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we could fill in the gap with, that's a
Mhm.
little bit. And that's what we wanna do, is try to start filling in that gap.
yeah.
And not
Okay.
just doing the mandatory work that we have to do as a Board of Health, which is
Yeah.
what we've been doing now for,
Yeah.
since I got on the board.
Mm-hmm.
What,
One of
7
the
years ago?
things, just as an FYI,
Yes,
I've been talking to different libraries in the process of, we're trying to offer kiosks, so that you can set up a center, an education center. Now, the MRC, of course, focuses on emergency preparedness, but we're also trying to get public health in there as well, fire safety, and whatever the police want to offer, you know. And Hubbardston actually has a kiosk. And so, and it has like 4 different sides to it, and
yes,
she is willing to help out the MRC and help out the Board of Health by donating at two sides to whatever the theme of the month is. So if we wanted to do something, you know, each month and put brochures out and things like that, she's willing to do that.
Is it gonna be geared towards adults, not geared toward kids?
Kids and adults.
Both, okay.
Mhm.
Cause they do run a story hour right now, 2 days a week
Yeah.
in there, and that would be a good time to kinda,
And she's
say,
been,
"Hey,
and she's
check out
been
the-"
taking that kiosk and using it with a theme a month, like this past month, or it was Pride Month.
yes,
So,
Yep.
you know, and she had books about different kinds of families, so.
Okay.
So, but she's willing to work with us.
That's
She's all
great.
excited about, you know, doing something like that. She also
All
happens
right.
to be an MRC, the librarian also happens to be an MRC member.
Oh, you scooped her up too, did you?
Yep.
Judy, she sucks everybody in.
Scoop everybody up.
That's what happened to me.
and if we run out of help for filing, I think we should, I know of a couple high school kids that are 14 or 15 that want a one-time little job. And so we have in our
Do they
budget.
still have to do community
Yes.
health service hours?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
However, we could also
pay them.
pay them. So if we don't have the help
Mm-hmm.
for a short amount of time with a specific task, I already know of two, through trying to get summer help on the farm,
Right.
I now have a couple additional names that would maybe be willing to just do a small job.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to include that in how we think in the
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
Is some of these things are small jobs, hire them as an independent little contractor to just do this one task. File these 6 boxes,
Mhm,
you know?
mhm.
We'll pay you X amount, which is required by state per hour, and,
Yeah.
Did our records ever come back?
yeah, oh yeah, they're back,
Yeah.
taking up a lot of space. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Um,
so that's another thing we can just keep in the back of our mind, not that we have to do anything today, but if there's a small task like that, that's, you know, not having to be done tomorrow, but we could say this is so-and-so, you know, and they're willing to work these hours when you're there in the
Mhm.
office doing this task. And they would fill out a sign-in form and time and a date and address and name and,
They have to have would they have to have their work permits
If they're
right.
15,
I would
right?
think
under
so.
they're 18? 'Cause
Yeah, if
14,
you're under
15.
16.
14,
18.
15.
It used to be under 16, and now it's under 18.
So,
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know when they
These two
changed
do.
it.
I've got 2 in my back pocket that do. So at 14 and 15, they can work up to 20 hours a week, I
Yeah.
think it is.
Oh, wow.
But it can't be after such and such hours and so many hours per day and so on and so forth. But yeah, I mean, I think that that's another option for us. We can, you know,
Yeah.
if we have small tasks like that,
Mhm.
why not
Mhm.
help someone in our town
Yeah.
earn some money for a school trip or whatever it is?
Yeah.
I think we can start broadening.
And then, like
How
I
we
told
think.
you, Worcester State, the professor that I
Yes.
have connections with is willing to work with us to get an intern, so when we
And-
have a project, just let me know and I'll pass on all the information.
Okay. So we'll
Sounds
have
good.
to work on that to
Mhm.
have a,
I know I wasn't here last meeting, but I did go over it and I watched the meeting online. I just had a quick question about the community needs assessment, the resource guide. Is it super long? Is it too big?
212 pages.
I was gonna say, you know, instead of just keeping copies like at the Board of Health, could it be put online? But is it,
I have a
it's too-
digital copy.
it's at the you put one at the library, right?
Yes, there's one at the library, there's one here.
I'm just saying it would be so much more accessible for people if they could just like click on it on
Right,
our
rather than
site.
waiting to find out what
Yeah.
my hours are or
Yeah, like where are
libraries.
you, what are your
Yeah.
hour, that kind of thing.
Right.
I mean, if
Well-
we had that resource guide right there and available like online,
If you want to do that, I can send a digital copy over to you.
it was just a
Okay.
thought,
And then
because I know,
yeah.
there's a lot of people who are not gonna, they're not gonna go to the library, and they're not gonna come to the Board of Health and look for
But
it,
they
but if it's
can do it
online,
they
and they
can-
see a resource guide for our
We
community,
can put it on as a link.
I think they would, you know, they might go, oh, okay, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Mhm.
Thank you, Vice Chair.
It's my first good idea. Big things are coming.
See? And you thought you
Can't wait.
couldn't handle it. Gotcha.
Okay.
You're all
right.
set, Kathy.
Yeah, I just didn't know if it was like so
I do think
big
we-
that we couldn't actually get it onto the site, but if you have
You
a
can
digital
do it
copy,
as
I have a digital
um,
copy.
Probably as a PDF, right? Like you just click on the link and the PDF opens.
Right, that would be
Yeah.
the way to do it,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
people, simple way.
And that,
Okay.
And then
I
you can
do
hand that
Nancy's
to
gonna get right on that.
Candace.
She's gonna
to
add it to her
add
incredible
it,
list.
absolutely. You
Look
don't
at
have to do
her
it,
over
No, I
because
don't.
you're not,
Believe me, I'm thinking of that.
Candace will take care of that, our town clerk.
All right,
We're done.
So write
Good.
down a little note for her that she's gonna have to now put it
Put,
gonna pawn that off, delegate.
well, she's supposed to. It's all supposed to be.
Don't have any choice, really.
It's Candace's job. It's been defined and clarified.
defined.
Okay, sorry, that was my unexpected subject.
All right, I think we're good there. Anything else under unexpected subjects? No, all right.
I just have some stuff for you to sign afterwards,
sure.
but that's not.
Okay, complaints, 248 Gardner Road, continues to be open.
It's a little better, but it's not
Duffy
great.
hasn't
No.
closed that, has he?
No, he has, I don't know, no, he has not.
91 Hale Road is still in the court system. 50 Dogwood Road North update, got an email saying that there is still a pungent odor. I sent an email
That's the one you sent.
to them and also to Nancy to ask if we could have permission to go on the complaints property, to go back, cause again, from the road,
For the road,
you're not smelling anything.
No.
So, when I went by, I didn't see anyone out at the site to ask them, can I come on your property? And because of the nature of what this is, we need permission, so I got permission from the family that is making the complaint. And I will set that up in the next week and,
I live
visit
right
with,
there, I can,
and visit,
I could go by if you want. And like I said, I walk by there twice a day. I don't really know them, but
It's a great way to get to know the neighbor.
I mean, I could certainly, like, if I saw like cars or
I walk through
something.
your backyard.
See if it
So it
smells.
doesn't matter that
Smell.
it's not like you, Kathy, I don't have any like official like badge or anything
do
saying
now.
I'm Board of Health. No, I don't.
That's
No, I
true.
do
We're gonna
not.
make you one.
But, no. But I mean, I could kinda say, hey,
well,
I'm Board of Health and a neighbor
because we're
and-
gonna, you could go, alright, so I'll try and arrange it with you,
Okay, together?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do that.
until you get the inspector.
Wednesdays are horrible for me, but
Wednesdays are when?
are not good,
Okay, not Wednesday,
not Wednesday.
not Wednesdays.
Judy saw me at the library with my two little minions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Wednesdays I get the minions.
Alright, 124 Barry Road. I did not contact,
Of course, I had
You
my
didn't.
two minions with me, so.
Oh.
so
Yes.
one,
We'll
force it,
we'll
That's
just,
so
so
cute.
124
Oh, I
Barry
missed it,
Road, there
guys.
is no update.
Okay,
Just got the information. Did you email it to me?
what complaint was
Remember I
that?
talked to you on
Oh,
the phone?
yeah, I wrote it down.
What
Oh,
was
that's
my
the
gosh.
dog kennel.
Oh, okay, yep, okay.
Okay, I need to address 50 Dogwood Road, 124 Barry Road. 18 Cross Road, I visited and took photographs. Oh, I didn't file a report, but I wanna close it. I did not see any issues.
You do wanna close it?
Yep, I need to file a report before I can close it though. It's not yet closed because I
Have the
haven't filed.
report filed.
Yes.
So what did they have to do to resolve the issues? They just got rid of the old cars and stuff and?
Part of it's under Duffy's purview.
Okay.
And the complaint was they had a messy yard and supposedly are doing a daycare. And I took photographs, the yard, it was neat as a pin, mowed, it was adorable.
Oh,
Flowers planted around the fence, everything.
okay.
I have photographs of it. So, from what I could see, no one came in or out at the particular time, and I stood in the middle of their driveway. And I took pictures of that. The issues with construction and other debris did not seem out of the ordinary that day. Maybe it is sometimes, it goes through spurts.
Yeah.
But it's also, there's some issues with some construction at the house being expanded, and that Duffy is handling that part, cause that's a building issue.
Okay.
So we also, have gotten a couple different complaints of odors, like at the park, from the chicken country hen business.
Every year though.
So,
Yeah.
because
The weather
of,
and the
For the
wind.
weather, yeah.
yeah, well,
The
it's
wind.
okay, we just sent them a very nice letter.
Yeah.
There's really not much
that's
they can
the
do, and that's
no,
covered
that's
under
the
the
form
state
behind there.
agricultural stuff.
Right,
Because
and
that's-
they do
Oh, yeah.
originally
Fill it out,
That's like cow
Yeah.
manure
You didn't
and.
fill it out.
And it's
Show
better
it to
today.
Okay,
There's
so
nothing
here's
you
the
can do about
letter.
that.
No, you're gonna
Um,
live near a chicken farm, you're gonna have to
Yes,
smell the
but we can
chickens.
encourage them, and I'm also on the agricultural commission, and I totally understand odors,
Right.
but it is something that they should be aware of, knowing that it's people are
somebody
saying
called.
something about it. So here's our generic complaint form on the back, which I have not yet filled out for Country Hen, and here's the letter we're gonna send them.
We already sent.
We already sent, excuse me.
But I mean, as far as the town goes, there's nothing really you can do. You can't make them stop the chickens from
Well,
smelling.
there was one year where it was extraordinarily hot summer, and they were losing a lot of chickens. And so we, and they were trying to dispose of them. And so we ended up, one year we ended up calling in the agriculture, and they went down and they worked with them to develop a better way, so that the chickens would.
Yeah, like what do they do
Return
with all
back
the
to
poop?
earth.
Like I'm sure like a horse
Okay.
stall, you shovel it, right? And then
So-
you dump it somewhere, but like
They have
compost it.
heated floors so that it stays dry, so there's less urea smell,
Urine,
right? And periodically they bring tractor trailers in, and it's all sent out for organic compost, cause it's certified organic. And it's sent to a processor, and it's taken away.
Okay.
And how often they do that, I can't answer that.
So maybe the day that they're actually picking it up and moving it and putting it in a truck, it wafts the smell,
Yeah,
It could be that, could be the cycle, we're not sure.
Or if they haven't picked up in a little while and it's piling up.
So,
but-
one of the things that, it's required for organic farms now is to, chickens need to have outdoor access if you're an organic farm, so many days of the year. So they built the fencing, all that fancy fencing around, and the chickens are going outside. As long as we don't get this kinds of rain that they got in Vermont and New Hampshire, that area where the chickens are will not be very smelly. However, if we were to get a rain like they had yesterday in Vermont and northern New Hampshire, there would be odors from the chickens being outside. And just so that people know that it's weather related.
Yeah, and
It's
would
not
probably be
in
temporary.
the square footage that they have adequate square footage and everything, otherwise they would not have their organic certification approved. So they have the adequate outdoor areas large enough for the populations that
Is
they're,
that at every barn?
I think
They
so.
had 4 barns at one, they had one down the street, as well as the barns at the main.
Oh, the ones that are further out Williamsville Road towards
Yeah.
my place, yes, they both have outdoor areas.
Yeah.
And they're adequate, again,
Yeah.
for the population that's in that large coop. So those things are regulated outside of us. It's a USDA organic certification process. And because I'm certified organic as well and have a few chickens, I fill out all the same paperwork, and so I know exactly what they're asking.
Yeah.
Theirs is done by a different corporation, company than who I go through, but that it's still the same federal paperwork that you fill out every year.
They've always
Every
been
year.
reputable, so
So,
I
you
won't
know,
have too much worry.
but we have let them know that we're getting complaints,
Yeah.
which is what we need to do.
Yeah.
Just like the pungent odor one, we're gonna follow up on it with something, and I will fill that out, yes. Okay, anything else? Or we get too late, yeah, it's already too late. That's okay. We're covering a lot of stuff, we really are.
Oh.
We have the bill for Republic?
Republic, so this is, I did pay this amount
Mm-hmm.
because
From a previous,
this was for rental from June 1 to June 30th, and I had to get this in because it's the end of the year.
yes. There's
It's
the
just
bill
all the
behind it, and that's our approving that she needed to pay that before the end of the financial year.
Just turnovers.
So we have,
It's a long day.
all of these are going in.
There's no different site, right? There's no different place.
That was for
I'm glad you
Right.
stayed
the
with
one
us.
day.
I am. I am.
So, in summary,
It's pretty easy to
let me
take.
add these numbers up real quick. She's given us copies of 3 turnovers, which means this money has been deposited into the various Board of Health accounts. They're not all exactly the same ones. Some are septic, some are revolving. That was 20.
And that all seems to be worked out now, everything seems to be going to the right places and all that.
I'm still waiting for confirmation for the account numbers that I'm putting stuff in.
From the town accountant?
Yes.
No.
So those are the 3, and for a total of $1,805. Alright. In regards to that confirmation of those account numbers, would you write those account numbers in an email to Nate and say that we are then waiting for confirmation of those
Mhm.
since you started? Okay?
Wasn't since I started, I think it was in May.
May? Okay.
I believe it was
Okay, whenever it was.
Yeah, that I sent it down.
Okay. There's his. Okay, the last item is the bill from Mark Popham doing the landfill inspection. The bill is for $4,637. And it was done by Atlas Technical Consultants. He sends all the samples from 3 different sites around the landfill. And I'm too tired to see. But if you see all the chemicals that they test for,
Where are we at asking them if we can please stop doing that?
okay, that's sitting on Nate's lap. He said he would help us reach out to DCR to take over the testing.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
been 20
That's a lot of
something,
money.
almost
We can-
30 years.
And
With-
he's
with
to,
never a bad
he needs to
test.
follow up with Mark
Right,
Popham.
never a
Never.
bad
Okay.
test.
Never
Mark
anything
Popham
shown
can
up in
fill
30
in
years
as to
and we gotta
how
keep doing it?
Mark
The Bloom
thinks we
thing
might
was
be able to
closed
get
when I
the
was
DCR
First on
to take it
the
over
board back in
through
the
a special
90s.
account they have.
So it's been,
And we take,
Close for a long
so we
time.
kinda tabled this with Nate because he had to prepare for the budget, the warrants, and
Okay.
everything.
But
But
now-
now, yeah, she's made a note, she's gonna reach back out, it's time for Nate to reach out to Mark as to how to approach the DCR to take over this testing,
yeah,
because it's actually their land.
yeah, it's $4,600?
Twice a year.
We did start off with $10,000 a year.
So it's over 10,000 a year, yeah, this shouldn't be our responsibility
Not at this
anymore.
point in the
No.
testing.
No.
You can look through it, I don't have the answer tonight, I'm sorry. But if there was a problem, Mark would tell us.
Yeah,
Right.
And there's no
Everything's
problem in
fine.
the
No problem,
report.
never has been.
No, there never has been. Did he say there was a problem there that I missed? Please read it for me. I'm sorry.
Some lady wanted to grow flowers on it one
Yeah.
time and she got turned down because, oh, we don't know if it's contaminated.
okay, but
But
what are you
what
gonna
are you- you're not
contaminate?
gonna
You're
eat
gonna
the
contaminate the
flowers.
flowers, yeah, I know, it's not like she's growing
Corn
cauliflower
or
up there.
I just, that's,
Ugh.
came before the board.
So I make a motion that we, pay
Go.
Mark his $4,600 and how many dollars?
$4,637.
Yeah.
37.
Yeah.
Do I hear a second?
Second,
All in favor?
Aye. Hopefully this is the last one.
We hope so. It would save the town
Yeah.
a lot of money.
A lot.
So
That's
we
like a
do
big
need to
deal.
continue
Nate needs to-
working with Mark on how to approach, cause he said he thought that there's a fund that the DCR has that we might be able, that he was aware of as of last January, they had money in that we might be able to ask them to use that for this.
What
or
is,
maybe just stop it altogether.
We can't. The way the state has increased all the water quality testing rules, he said that's never gonna happen. Because of all the PFAS that's been found now in a lot of different places.
It's,
We don't have that. We don't have any of
I was
those
gonna say.
organic chemicals.
It's never shown up.
I
It
know.
was ordinary garbage that we covered up.
Exactly.
So they're also testing for groundwater wells too, this says?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
There's numerous sites there that they
Yeah,
pull
there's
samples from.
10 or something
Wow.
like that.
Okay.
No, I
What's
said 3, but I
the-
think it's 5.
laboratory
This-
fee credit
Yeah, this
here?
one
More
says
than that.
4 and then this
We
one here
wander
says
around the
5.
Like, is it normally gonna be $49.55, $4,955?
Two shallow.
Right.
6,
So
7,
there's
9,
something that we got a
11
credit
different
on
sites they're
because of
testing.
maybe, I don't know why. I'm not gonna argue. Anything that he says is less is fine with me. So Mark is looking out for us on our behalf.
Yeah, that's a
We
little
do
too
have to
dense
save
for
all,
rates.
I mean,
yeah,
I know it's
all that
he's
goes
he's
into
gonna lose the business, right? Well, maybe not, maybe he'll just still continue doing the testing, but then do it for the state instead of us, and still get paid, Mark?
It's required by the state to be done to all landfills. The thing is, we want someone else to pay for the test.
Yes, exactly, but I'm saying he might not lose the
Oh,
income.
yeah. No,
if he
he's-
continues to do it,
Right.
just for the state and not us.
Correct.
Yeah, but the state can't keep testing dumps like ours for ever.
Well,
think-
then,
Sounds like
that's
they
in,
can.
that's
Well,
gonna be, that's gonna be
they
in,
just-
that's gonna be in their hands,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
is
then
what is the goal,
Yeah.
at this point in time.
taxpayer dollars at work.
That-
We just have to mow it.
Yes, we have to cover the mowing costs.
Oh, that's right, we still have to pay to mow it.
Yeah.
So do we get a bill for that?
Yes, we do, from Mr. Meager, who is 90-something.
Cause I haven't seen anything come in.
No, he only does it twice a year as required by law.
Oh, okay, and then, I haven't received any kind of a bill for the membership, the $600.
Is it Mr.
No, I
Meager?
haven't gotten any
okay, so
notices.
he's the one that
So
died
I'll
by
just bring it when I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did he? She said he's 90-something. Did he die, Mr. Meeker?
I don't think so. Did he?
Al Meeker?
Yeah.
Al Meeker died. He's the one that, yeah, he up the street,
On the top of the hill farm?
at the top of the hill.
The top of the hill farm? That looks down over Comet Pond?
No, that must be another Meeker, because the Meeker that, he lived up the street from me,
Oh,
and they
no.
found him.
No, not that one.
We're running
There's
a
another-
special down
Okay.
that.
No,
Morgan Road.
Well-
different Meager, sorry.
Okay, so
Okay.
he's still alive and we're
Yes.
assuming he's gonna mow.
Correct.
Is that the board of health's responsibility to find
Because-
someone to mow?
If we have to, yes,
I
because the
think
landfill
Paul-
goes
Or we
under.
pay him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Out
of our
I'm trying to
revolving
take all
account.
this in now that I've got this big schmancy title. I gotta
Pay
get some
attention.
knowledge
You
in
gotta
here.
pay attention
Yes,
twice a
I
year
do
now.
apparently. Man, I better drink a cup of coffee before I come next time, so I'm already yawning.
Okay,
All right.
I make a
We good?
motion, we adjourn at
Yes.
8:36 PM.
Okay.
Yes, I
Thank you.
second that.